Danny Mitchell, we're live again for another All Stars MMA podcast. Look at this. How posh does this look?
I know it looks good, mate. Really good. Really impressed. I apologise. I'm just sat in my car, but it's the only way I can be safe without people attacking me. So I've locked myself in my car.
The little person that lives with you?
Yes. Yeah, he can't. I can't keep him away from me, bless him. Can't keep him
Every
away.
time we see you, you never seem to have any clothes on. What's going on with that? How come you?
You know what? I never like wearing shoes, and then it's warm, so I just rock around with no shirt. And I've actually got no pants on as well, so I'm just fully naked sat in my car.
It's one way to get some subscribers, isn't it? Well, for everybody that's watching on Facebook or YouTube, just drop us a comment. Let us know that everything's sort of running all right if you can hear us, just so we know what's going on. And welcome back to another podcast. I'm excited. The UFC is back. But before we get into it...
Is it though? Is it back?
whoa. Let's not start too early here. Let's not start too early. So, for starters, what we need to get out in the open is the competition that me and you have got running.
Yes.
Because there's been some underhand tactics on both sides now, which I think it's leveled the playing field a little bit. So, you called it. You said, let's have a competition to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, let's have a look at your channel at the minute. You're sitting at 913 subscribers. So if you're watching, you need to go over to Danny's channel and check it out. Got some good numbers from your recent vlogs there. But tortoise in the hair. I'm on my way back. So let's have a look. 896 subscribers, Danny. So I'm not far behind you now, mate.
I'm gonna have to pull something out of the bag today, mate. I've got an ace in the sleeve ready to pull out of the bag.
Have you really? Because that's closed on you, like, yeah. You were like 100 ahead of me, weren't you?
Yeah. So listen, I'm going to pull that ace out after this podcast. So if you're watching, just make sure you check out my Instagram or my Facebook after this podcast. I'll drop another little competition just to boost it even more. So
that's not fair.
Sorry,
I thought we're done with this.
Listen,
I don't know. I'm feeling positive. So if you are watching, we've both put a competition out. I've got a competition at minute. So if you want a £100 Amazon voucher, head over to my YouTube channel. You can find the details there. And obviously, go check out Danny's channel. We're both trying to grow. We're all trying to win in this. So we'll get rid of that. Off then, UFC 249 maybe tonight. Obviously, we've spoken about this before. Do you think it should be on? Because you made comments before about the doctors should be obviously doing their thing, helping people out rather than being at a UFC event. So what's your views on this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of torn. Obviously, the UFC are putting this event on. The fans want it. They've sold however many tickets, to watch a pay-per-view or whatever. It's, people want to see it. People are bored. They're begging for something like that. So, I mean, it's good in one respect, but I still think there is a lot of negatives, like they've got doctors and stuff. They've got say how many fights they got on the card. They got like 12 fights, right? So look at that, some good subtitles here. It's great.
That's good, isn't it?
Comments coming in, really good. But if the imagine like 6 fighters get the fucking jaw broke or something, and then you've got doctors working on them. But then people are arguing, well, the hospitals aren't that busy. There's so much conflicting information out there that it's just it's impossible to filter through. But it's happening. It's a bit of a morale boost for people. It gives them something to watch, something to get behind. So it's good in that respect.
I'm excited to actually be able to get up and watch UFC again tonight. It's been a long time on it. But like you said, obviously, if it all goes to shit and people start getting injured and hurt, it's not going to be good at all. And also, Jacare's already been confirmed with corona, hasn't he? So they've not been following the social distancing very well as it stands. And one fighter's already tested positive.
Yeah. So apparently, from what I've read, all the fighters were mixing together. They all got tested. And then they all started mixing before the results came back. And then when the results came back, Jacare's got coronavirus. So now he's off the card, but then has he infected other people? What knock-on effect does that have? And then if he has infected like the whole card, what?
I mean, what did they expect?
I know, like it's going to look bad if a lot of people get infected. You've got to think all the staff that are there, the fighters. If even 4 or 5 of those get infected, imagine if one of those people died. Imagine that. It would be like so bad for the UFC. Because they've kind of orchestrated this scenario, and then imagine one of those fighters died of coronavirus. It would be catastrophic. So I hope that everything's all right. I hope that it's contained, and we'll see if it all goes ahead. You don't know, because this one's in Florida, right? This is not on the fight island.
Yeah, this is in Florida. Correct? It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah.
So this is in Florida. So I guess they're under Florida state law. Maybe they might have problems with the law. You don't know. I mean, hopefully not.
I think it's too close, isn't it now? Like, it's obviously all commissions have sort of said their piece. They've said, it's good to go ahead. The fighters have weighed in. They've done everything. It's game day now, isn't it? So I think there's a lot of talk on Twitter. I don't know if you've been on Twitter recently, but there's a lot of people talking about it. Like, it could still be cancelled. It could be this. It could be that. But nothing's come out yet. And I think it's still going to go ahead. The fighters have done everything they needed to. They've made weight. They've trained. They're there. They're ready to fight. They're ready to go. So we'll kick off then, Danny, with the. We'll start with the main card. And do you want to start with the prelims and work your way up, or do you want to start with the main card and work your way down?
Pick where you want to start.
Well, all right. We'll start with prelims then. So, like, I won't go too deep into prelims, but obviously one of the main ones that stood out to me was the Cowboy versus Pettis fight. So the second time round of them fighting. How do you see that one playing out?
Hold on, you're just breaking up here. Let me try and get somewhere a little bit better.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a little tour. Here's me dog. Hold on, boss. Say hello, boss.
Yeah, I'll make you full screen.
Look at that. He's an idiot. Let's see if this Wi-Fi is better inside.
You have to contend with Roman as well now, hunting you down.
Little tour of my house. Oh, how's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. So the question I asked was, obviously on the prelims we've got Cowboy versus Pettis too. How do you see that one going down?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of where's throwing his head at. For me, that's kind of the big question.
Yeah.
After he put out all that stuff about the McGregor fight, saying he didn't want to be there and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just spin this round.
Do you think he's kind of got one foot out? Do you think he's got kind of one foot out the door with the fight game? Because I know he obviously talks to dogs, like everyone wants to be Cowboy until they have to turn up on a day's notice and fight and this, that, and other. But then obviously he came out with the Conor fight saying he didn't actually want to be there. So this could be one of his last fights. He's already been knocked out. He's already took a TKO loss to Pettis, and that'll be playing on his mind.
Yeah.
Pettis is some fighter. Do you know what I mean? And it's a tough one. Like I think it's going to be me. I think it's going to be a one-sided fight. And I think Cowboy's got one foot out the door as well. I think it might be one of his last rodeos.
I think he's already kind of talked himself out of, started saying about, his head wanting it for this McGregor one. But I'm good for this one. I'm ready to go. I don't know. I don't know if I believe him, and it's a shame. But yeah, I think I agree that it could be a one-sided domination. I hope not. I hope we see the cowboy of old, and we see him change. But how many more times can he do this? We don't know. You've only got a certain amount of time you can do this sport. So we'll see what he's got left.
Yeah, no, I agree. So obviously, I'm assuming you're siding with Pettis on that fight then.
Yeah, if I had to bet, I'd like it. I'd like to say, it's a 50-50 fight and they're going to go to war, but I think it all depends on where Cerrone's head's at. And for me, if I had to bet on it, I would bet on Pettis stopping him, just because I don't think Cowboys, 100%. He's not he's not what he used to be. So unfortunately, but you never know. He might pull it out of the bag, and he might pull out the performance of his life, and I hope he does. But
no, I agree. And so obviously, going to main card, you've got Dan Hardy versus De Castro in the heavyweight bout. So I don't know much about the heavyweight division. I know obviously Dan Hardy. I know Dan Hardy and De Castro, but De Castro was not Dan Hardy, Greg Hardy. That's right, isn't it? Greg Hardy.
I'm going to say Dan Hardy's put some weight on.
You've seen him a few weeks back. He'd had a few burgers and that. Quarantine. He's ready to go at heavyweight. Yeah, sorry, Greg Hardy. And De Castro was the one that clocked that Maori-looking dude, wasn't he? On his way in. Did you see that knockout that he did?
Yeah.
How do you see that fight playing out?
It's one of them things with the heavyweight division. It's kind of like these big guys have got in it. At the minute, the heavyweight division is not great, really, is it? And they're just kind of feeding these big bodies in. And there's some good fights on this card, to be fair, at heavyweight. So, but yeah, I think once you start getting it, anything can happen at that heavyweight. In that 265 weight division, one punch can just fucking floor you. So yeah. It'll be good to see. It'll be good to see. There's a couple of heavyweight fights on the card, right? There's
Ngannou versus
Ngannou. Yeah. So that'll be crazy. For me, I'm excited about that fight. I think it's just like it's like dropping a bomb in cage. Like there's just going to be a massive explosion when them two fight.
How do you see that one playing out then? Because if you look at they both fought Alistair Overeem, didn't they? With both two really different. Well, they both had the same result, but in different times. So like Ngannou got that uppercut knockout where it took his head off and put him into another world. I think Joe Rogan described it as his back of his head touched his ass crack when he got 80. His head snapped that far back, and then Rosenstruck went the full distance, pretty much 10 seconds before the end, and that's when he hit him and knocked him out and split his face open. So they're both like massively heavy hitters. So like I think that's going to be a proper interesting fight. That.
Yeah, that is the fight I'm really looking forward to, because anything can happen in that fight at any point. If you look away for 1 second, someone could be absolutely penciled. So that's the kind of stuff I want to see.
Have you seen the photos of Ngannou that have come out on social media? Like he's a genetic freak. Him. Have you seen ones he's been putting on his Instagram?
No, I've not seen.
Let's see if I can find it.
See if I can get it up. We've got this cool screen now. It's pretty awesome.
I know we don't need Jessup anymore.
I know.
Easy comments though.
Can we even chat in this as well?
Yeah.
Live comments. There's all sorts. Oh, there we go. Oh, sweet. It's cool. This. Well done. Very professional. I need to find I need an office or something I don't have to sit in. Nice big leather chair, some books. I'm just in a spare bedroom now, trying to find a good Wi-Fi connection.
Here it is, look. Here's one of the photos we put up 5 days ago. Look at him there. Oh, Jessup's in comments as well, look. Who does a podcast in the car? Only safe place he can find. And he's saying he's the champ. He's saying he's the champ by 2021. Yeah, I mean, although it could go either way tonight. I think the money is on him. I think he's the one to watch out for. But like you said, it's anybody's game, innit?
Yeah. For me, it's a 50-50 fight, and I think it's just someone's getting knocked out, I reckon, and I don't know who. And I'm
Have you
not
got
even
any
gonna
bets
bet.
on?
I'm just gonna.
You know.
No, I've not been betting. So no gambling for me, unfortunately. I've lost all my money, so just trying to survive. Just spending it on. I've just had a cheese and bean toast for my dinner, so just trying to trying to survive at this point. Obviously, there's a shitty scenario with the gym and stuff. People are saying it's going to be October till gyms reopen, or it's going to be next year. So nobody really knows the answer. But we just got to try and ride it out. So yeah, but I'm lucky that I've got a lot of good support from our members and fighters and stuff, and obviously the stuff with Rico. So
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
yeah, really grateful for that.
I'm going to pull that up in a minute. We'll go on. We'll finish off this breakdown, and we'll talk about that. If you look at the co-main event, then so Cejudo versus Cruz, I'm excited for this one, right? Because I remember watching Dominic Cruz, and so get this, this is one of the stats that's come out. Last time he fought was 1,435 days ago when he lost to Garbrandt.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. And he lost in like a pretty dramatic fashion. Like Garbrandt, that was probably the best he's ever fought in his life. And he's not been able to replicate it when he was the champ. Do you know?
Yeah.
But for him to have that amount of time out and come back against Cejudo, it's going to be a tough one, that. But a lot of people are favouring Cruz. Like, where do you sit with it?
Yeah, you know what? Cruz just has that ability to have like long layoffs and then just come back and just perform.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm gonna side with Cruz on this one.
We've seen it. We've seen how good of an analyst he is. Like he's so educated in the fight game. He's obviously a veteran. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and I think that's what's good about him because he's like he studies the game. When he does come back after a layoff, that's why he is so good. He's been plagued with injuries throughout his career. But I think that he can do it, definitely. So yeah, if I had to bet, if I had fucking 2 pence to my name, I would bet on him.
So right, so that's settled that then. Let's go into the main event then. So this has been obviously. I wasn't excited about this whatsoever. Like, I wanted to see Ferguson versus Khabib. Like, it's been cancelled 5 times now. Like, that's unbelievable. Which way we might never. I don't think we'll ever see that fight. And to be honest, if Ferguson loses tonight, we might never actually see the fight. That's another thing.
You know what? I just hope and I pray and I just want Ferguson to win so bad. Yeah, I'm 100% behind Ferguson. I want to see him win. I want to see him win, and then I want to see the Khabib fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100% behind him for this fight. Like, yeah.
I mean, really... Gaethje is no slouch. Like, and we've seen Ferguson get dropped on a number of occasions. He's been able to recover, but if anyone's going to do it, it's probably going to be Gaethje that could really like that to turn the world upside down in this division, wouldn't it? Because this is what
it'd mess everything up. But yeah, I really hope he can do it. I think he's gonna catch him in a crazy submission 3rd round. I think it's gonna be a messy fight. I'm going 3rd round submission. Ferguson.
Are you really?
Yeah, I've said it. That's my prediction. If it happens, I'm going to look really cool and we can replay this video. If it doesn't happen, we'll just forget this conversation.
Jessup's piped up. This is a worrying opponent for Tony in his expert opinion.
Yes, it is.
Agreed.
Definitely. But he might get clocked. He'll do a mad roly poly, and then he'll roll into a leg lock or something. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a submission. I think it'll be a submission finish for Ferguson all day long, just because he'll have been preparing for all the wrestling, all of the grappling for Khabib, and it kind of just makes sense for him to get into that just take Gaethje into that deep. Obviously, he's a really good wrestler, he's Gaethje, but I think I think he's got all the answers, Ferguson. And I saw Eddie Bravo talking on Joe Rogan a few weeks back, saying that they were practicing all sorts of brand new mad shit out of 10th Planet that no one will have ever seen before. Which is it's crazy to think about, but if anyone's going to have it, it's going to be Ferguson. So it could be absolutely spectacular tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of the 10th Planet system as well, and a big fan of Eddie. Eddie's been sending me conspiracy videos as well, so that's been pretty funny. Yeah, check this out. But yeah, so I'm 100% behind Ferguson. Really, really want him to win this fight, and so it's the 5th time the Khabib fight's been cancelled. So
yeah.
This needs to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it just needs to happen, doesn't it?
No, I agree. Well, I mean, we've not done a particularly detailed breakdown of the fights there, but if anyone's got any thoughts, or if you've got any more sort of ideas of the different fights that are coming up throughout the night, drop us a comment, let us know what you're thinking, and we'll start another debate. But we've got another comment just pop in there from the main man, John Watton, Triathlon Dan. We need to talk about this, mate. So how did this come about? Like, you managed to do a sprint triathlon on a Wednesday and then went and did a full triathlon on a Friday, wasn't it? Is that how it all played out?
I think it was Tuesday and Thursday I did. And Thursday. Yeah. But basically Co decided that he were going to do this little fundraiser and he were going to do a half Ironman. So I thought, I can't just let him do this and me do nothing. I need to do something. I can't just sit on my ass. So I thought, I was actually booked in. Me and Rico were booked in to do a sprint triathlon in April. I think it was 23rd of April. That didn't happen. So I thought, why not just do a triathlon? Like I've been doing a bit of biking, a bit of running, not a lot. And then I thought, let's do a triathlon. So I said, right, Thursday, when Rico does his half Ironman, I'm going to do a triathlon, and I'm just going to try and smash it. So then I decided that on Monday. So I wake up on Tuesday, and I thought, right, I've not prepared. How can I prepare these next couple of days to do a triathlon? So I thought, well, I'll just do a half-distance sprint triathlon to sort of get a feel for it, and then that'll lead on to the full one. They'll have a full day's rest and they'll do the full one. So I literally got out of bed. So I'm not carved up or anything. I just got out of bed, had a cup of tea, did the sprint triathlon, which I thought went pretty good, to be fair. I felt all right. And then the next day I was super sore, hip sore, back sore.
We lost you for a bit then, Dan.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me see if I can get on the 5G radiation. Maybe that's better. Is that any good?
You're frozen, but we can hear you. He says, maybe. We're doing his best with the technical difficulties here in lockdown podcasts.
How are we doing? Are we back there? I can't hear you, Josh.
Can you not hear us now? We can hear you. While Danny's trying to figure that out, what he was saying is that he's on the Tuesday he did a sprint triathlon, and then on the Thursday he did a full triathlon, which was the same day that Rico did a half Ironman, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Because again, Rico didn't even train for it. Obviously, the both are in talks with John Watton, like super talented athlete, just all round amazing guy. We had him on the podcast, a couple of months ago, and they went for it. So I'll just remove Danny from this, and I'll just put on Rico's YouTube page. So if anybody's interested in like seeing how Rico did, he's recently just done a vlog. So he released that today, which is half marathon, half Ironman on 2 days' notice. And it's an unbelievable watch just to see his mentality and going into it. And then obviously his coach, John Watton, getting involved and supporting him along the way. But if you want to be inspired just to see what sort of you can do with just the mental resilience, look at what Rico managed to do. Like I said, a half Ironman on 2 days' notice. So that's on Rico's YouTube channel. So check that out for sure. I think we've got Danny back. You back, Danny? We can see you. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you. I've got no audio from you, Josh, here, unfortunately.
I can hear you. If you try and plug in your headphones, see if that's any better. See if you can get it through your speakers. Jessup in the comments again. Rico's time were crazy. Jessup, what was the time that he did it in, and what is it comparatively to the to what other people do it in? Let us know in comments.
There you go. I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear us? Can you? Yes, I've just.
Yeah, I've took my earphones off.
Oh, I've lost him again. Oh, he's back. Are you there? Yeah.
Got just my signal here. I don't know. Obviously, we're using this new software and stuff.
Are you in that? Are you in a 5G bunker?
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit, Jessup. What I'll do is, while Danny's still figuring that out, I'll bring up a preview of Rico's vlog that he's done. Let us know if you can hear that in the comments. All right. It sounds like we're seeing one of the comments there saying that you can't actually hear that, which isn't the best. What we're going to do is then let's drop out of this live stream. We'll get Danny back on, and we'll be back on in probably 10 minutes while we figure this out. He's going to go get his laptop, so we're back very shortly.